So before I begin, I just want everyone to see that Mr. Roberts up here. He's going to take a picture. Just so you know, that's just Mr. Roberts, okay? That's it. And one more thing before I begin. I want you all to remember that this is supposed to be a time of silence. Up here we'll be doing a little production, but if you could all stay silent in respect of the families. Before I begin, I'd like you to raise your hand if you've ever lost someone before the time they should have gone in an unfair way. Look around you. Remember, all those around you lost someone they loved, and recognize that you're not alone. If we're not there for one another, then who will be? We stand here today to honor the 17 lives lost 1 month ago in the school shooting at Parkland High School. But in times like these, we cannot fail to recognize the 1,846 lives lost since Sandy Hook 5 years ago. Why is it that a person would come to a school and open fire? Why would someone kill 17 innocent people like the ones we have here today? Is there anything that can be done to prevent a tragedy like this from happening again? The truth is, we cannot blame the violence or murders of an object. It is not guns, it's rape, domestic violence, sexism, racism, and genocide. There are so many things out of our control, and that's scary. What we can do is fight for what we believe in, stand up when we see something wrong, bring awareness to mental illness. What we can do is work every day to live our best lives and to reach out and care for others. We can fight for what we believe in, and we can stand for those who no longer can. You never know what can happen. Bad things are bound to happen. What we can do is respect others and reach out when we see someone struggling. Take it as you will, but it starts with the individual. We're now going to read the obituaries of the 17 students that were lost 1 month ago.
Alyssa Alida died February 14, 2018 in the Mabry Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was 14. Alyssa was a talented soccer player, so smart, an amazing personality, incredible creative writer, and all she had to offer to the world was love.
Alex Shaster died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was also 14. Alex was a freshman trombone and baritone player with the school's marching band and orchestra. He would have had a bright future on the trombone. We pray for all the families who were affected by the school shooting.
Elena Petty died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was also 14. Elena was a member of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas JROTC program and volunteered for hurricane relief efforts with the Helping Hands program. Her selfless service brought peace and joy to those that had lost everything during the storm. While we will not have the opportunity to watch her grow up and become the amazing woman we know she would become, we are keeping an eternal perspective.
Luke Hoyer died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was 15. Luke loved his family. He had a huge heart. Luke was a beautiful human being and greatly loved. Our Luke was a precious child.
Martin Duke died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was 14 years old. He was a very funny kid, outgoing and sometimes really quiet. He was sweet and caring and loved by all his family. Most of all, he was my baby brother.
Meadow Pollock died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was 18. Loved ones said Meadow was the youngest of both her immediate and extended family. She was the baby of the family. Everyone wanted to protect her. Please say a prayer for the family of an amazing girl I got to call my best friend growing up.
Christopher Hickson passed away February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was 49. Christopher was the athletic director and wrestling coach at Douglas, as well as the U.S. Naval Reservist. He was honored last year as the Broward County Athletic Association's Athletic Director of the Year. He was such a sweet guy. He would bring us food for all of our tournaments and take care of us like we were his own children and just watch over us, let us learn about life lessons.
Gina Montanalo died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was 14. Gina was a member of the school's winter guard team. She was a smart, loving, caring, and strong girl who brightened any room she entered. She was the sweetest soul ever. She was kind, caring, always smiling and wanting to help.
Nicholas Stewart died February 14th in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was 17. Nicholas was a captain of the school swim team, winning first place honors in the 50 and 100-yard freestyle at the 2017 Broward County Athletics Association Swimming and Diving Championships. He dreamed of making the Olympic team. He believed he could accomplish anything as long as he tried his best.
Jamie Guttenberg died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was 14. Jamie loved to dance. Sometimes she went on for hours. We appreciate all the calls and messages, and we apologize for not reacting to everyone individually.
Helena Ramsey died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was 17. Though she was somewhat reserved, she had a relentless motivation towards her academic studies, and her soft, warm demeanor brought the best out in all who knew her. A genuine, beautiful, and smart human being.
Cara Logan. She died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was 14. She was an excellent student. She loved the beach and she loved our girls. Rest in peace, Cara, and fly with the angels. You will be greatly missed, and we will always love you and celebrate your beautiful life.
Aaron Fives died February 15, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was 37. Aaron was the Douglas junior varsity football coach for 8 years. According to the team's website, he selflessly shielded the students from the shooter. He died a hero, and he will forever be in our hearts and memories. The kids in the community loved him. They adored him. He was a phenomenal man.
Peter Wang died February 14, 2018 in Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. He was 15. Peter was in the school's ROTC program, and the Miami Herald wrote that he was last seen in uniform holding the doors so other students could escape. His friend, Gabriel Emerada, described Peter as funny, nice, and a great friend. He's been my best friend since 3rd grade. The Sun Sentinel quoted his cousin, Lin Shin, he's so brave. He's the person who is genuinely kind to everyone. He doesn't care about popularity. He always likes to cheer people up. He's like the big brother everyone wished they had.
Carmen Shentrup died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. She was 16. Carmen was one of the school's 10 National Merit Scholar semifinalists. She was also a piano player. Rest in peace, Carmen Shentrup. Your family is forever in my thoughts and prayers.
Scott Beagle died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was 35. Beagle, a geography teacher, cross-country coach, and summer camp counselor, saved the lives of students during the shooting. He cared a lot about his students. I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss his colorful personality. He was someone you strive to be like.
Joaquin Oliver died February 14, 2018 in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. He was 17. The Miami Herald reported that Joaquin was born in Venezuela, moved to the U.S. with his family at the age of 3, and became a U.S. citizen in 2017. Known by the nickname Quag, Joaquin enjoyed football, basketball, the Venezuelan national soccer team, urban graffiti, and hip-hop.
The truth is, it's really sad. Students just like these, teachers just like these, gave their life to protect students just like you. That was someone's best friend, someone's teacher that was like a father to them. The truth is, we can't control school shootings or any of the other violence that goes on in this world. We need to start with us. What we can do is fight for what we believe in, stand up when we see something wrong, and bring awareness to mental illness. Continue to fight for what you believe in, and continue to love those around you. We're now going to take a picture to show our support for those students in Parkland. We're going to turn this around, and Mr. Roberts is going to take the photo. If you'd all stand here in support of those in Parkland.